What's up guys, Cappon.Gaming here, aka Born to Kill You 31, here with another Rainbow Six operator guide. This time we're reviewing IQ. When IQ first came out, she wasn't a favorite operator. Her gadget was deemed useless compared to Twitch and Thatcher, and since the update which allowed her to see the outlines of electronics, she's become much more useful. I would like to mention that I actually suggested this idea to Ubisoft as well as several other operator upgrades, but it was nice to see this one actually incorporated into the game. I would confidently say that IQ is just as good as Thatcher or Twitch for disabling enemy electronics. The only downside is she's much more direct and has to physically engage the gadgets herself with her gun, which puts her in more potential danger versus Thatcher, who can just throw his EMP at something, or Twitch, who can just roll in her drone. As you can see in these video clips, you can take enemy gadgets out from either the room above or the room below, or from outside the structure, or from various different angles if you're using any kind of penetration. Now when you're shooting through the surfaces, you should try to figure out if you're going through the floors or the ceiling, you want to know which way you're shooting through, because the floorboards, the metal panels in the floorboards only go one way. So you've got to make sure that you're shooting between those floor panels, so sometimes you'll get that metal ting sound, and that way you know you're shooting actually at the metal reinforcement in the floor, and you want to get between those two slats, and that way you can actually take out the gadgets. That being said, I also recommend having a suppressor on her secondary, on her pistol, just to make things a little more quiet and a little more stealthy, so you're not, lighting up the room with big gunfire and loud sounds. Her weapons have always been incredible. She's a 3-speed operator, and this gives her a great advantage when pushing around corners, or rushing the objective, or anytime you just want to take that corner and headshot that enemy quickly. Her 5.52 is one of my favorites because you have the angled grip on it now, which allows for perfect run in, aim quick, shoot style play. And her LMG is also one of my favorites because it has a high fire rate, and the clip size is, I think, 51 bullets, I believe it is, which allows for, you can rush in a room, take down multiple people without reloading, and you can light up surfaces and get your penetration kills, which is really good. She can utilize flashbangs or breaches, but I prefer the breach charges, just because I find they're more practical, and most people now are carrying either claymores or frags or something else, so breaching charges are typically scarce on the attacking team, and they're a needed commodity that you should probably bring, so IQ's prime for that. She's always been a deadly operator. She's always been one of my favorites, as you can tell by my avatar. I want to encourage more people to use her instead of Thatcher and Twitch, because like I said, I find she's on par with those two operators. She's just a little more risky, but I think she can be more effective because she's got more bullets in her pistol than Thatcher has EMP grenades. So if you get in a room or underneath an objective, and there's no roamers in that area, you got to be careful for those roamers, but you can take out several of the enemy's gadgets and weaken their defenses massively. So the first thing I recommend doing with IQ is taking out the cameras. Knowledge is power in this game, so if it's not already done by Twitch or Thatcher or by other operators just shooting them, take out all the cameras you can pick up with your scanner. IQ is literally a counter to so many defending operators. She can counter Pulse by seeing his scanner if he's using it. She can take out the default cameras all over the map, which is something. She can spot the objective if it hasn't already been spotted through the floor, something like that, if it's bomb or secure area. She can counter Mute. She can counter Bandit. She can counter Valkyrie now, Echo now with the Yokai drone, and even Smoke and Capcan and Jaeger. So that's a pretty extensive list of operators that she can actually counter. So you want to go after, like I said, the cameras, mute charges if you can to get drones in the room. You can help your teammates like Fuse or Buck or anybody with grenades out huge if you can take out the Jaeger devices in whatever objective. or anywhere on the map, because if you take them out, then your other operators can utilize their gadgets more effectively. And you can even counter the bandit trick, because if he's putting the battery down, you can shoot it as he's planted it. It all depends on where you can go to get that shot, and as I said, you got to be careful about those roamers. But I really think IQ is on the same grounds as Thatcher and Thatcher and Twitch, as long as she's used properly and carefully. So until next time, guys, this is Cappon.Gaming, aka Born to Kill You 31. I encourage you to try out IQ and let me know what you think. If you have anything to add, put them in the comments below. Thanks. I got his special drone. I haven't seen any fucking Valcams though.
What the fuck? I just got rubber banded. He's right in the air. Oh my